This video was inspired by a sexy bastard known as Swag. Link will be in the description. Welcome to a video on how to get good at the toxic Citron, perhaps the best ranged Citron in the game. Players who main this out of date or in will be able to completely dominate and fuck people who lack the cognitive function to move out of the fucking way. Let's get started. The toxic Citron is one of the 3 Citron variants, whose weapon is not any form of beam, but instead a fully automatic slow firing weapon. This weapon shoots at roughly 4 rounds per second and has 20 in the clip, and like every other Citron variant, the majority of its damage output is lost after only about 10 feet or so. However, this does not matter nearly as much for toxic Citron when his gimmick comes into play. This gimmick being very much identical to the alien flower and the skunk punk man, in creating a spore cloud that damages zombies that stands inside it. Because of how quickly you can fire your weapon, even at longer distances, you can rack up quite a lot of damage very quickly, allowing you to very easily deal with engineers that have a hard as fuck boner for their turret, or pirates who only play the game with one analog stick at a time. And what makes it even better, since toxic Citron, well, smells like a dead porpoise mixed with shit covered in mold, it means that even if they leave the spore cloud, they'll still take some extra damage over time, which may end up in their death if they were too busy trying to count the number of fucks they have to give with their fucking fingers. There is one thing to take note of, however, that being that toxic Citron's damage clouds are slightly smaller and don't last as long, so trying to use this to cover objectives may not be as effective as the alien flower. Another thing to mention as well is that this is the only Citron variant who performs somewhat better at range engagements and point blank engagements, as whilst you do have a toxic aura that does damage to zombies that decide to exist near you, but because of the spore cloud's static nature, especially with them being noticeably smaller, they won't be as helpful in managing to help you out in fights that take place in your face. Thanks to this guy, you will now be able to comfortably sit at the back of the map, being able to fuck the members of the enemy team who lack the ability to actually fucking move at all. Be sure to watch out for the next mystery Get Good in a few days. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more shit like this. Have fun.